Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Baldur's Gate 3, where we are in the Whispering Depths. We have bested the big spider. We've got a dark amethyst just lying around on the floor. Picking it up gives us a quest progress on Unlock the Ancient Tome. We found the gem to unlock the book. Ooh. We should probably look into that at some point. But firstly, what we're going to look into is another way into the Underdark. We have found an elevator in a Zhentarim hideout. We found a staircase and then a ladder in a hidden temple in the Goblin camp. And we found some circles of mushrooms in a hag's hut. So that was 3 separate ways that we could get into the Underdark. A fourth way is to jump down this big hole. Now, do we have a scroll of Featherfall? We've got quite a few. If we were to cast that, it would affect everyone in radius, so that's good. You don't want to make this jump without that. Doesn't go well. As it is, we just get a nice glide. Look how happy we are. Now it's time to actually explore the Underdark.
Broken bones. Must have fallen.
Yeah, that's a clue as to how you can figure that out. Is if you come here via any other method and you find all these broken bones, you're like, well, they must have fallen from somewhere. Where could it be? But we just knew that that was a way anyway, because I've done this before. Now we've got some mushrooms down here. Where are we exactly? We're here. Up there was the elevator that we took on a previous visit. There's the Selûnite outpost. And over there is where we found our way in through mushroom circles. It's quite a big area. It's going to take a few episodes to explore it all, I think. And for at least part of it, we're going to want to bring Shadowheart back into the team for the first time in a while. So, which way would be best to go? I think we want to be down here. So we could cross this bridge, and then that would potentially take us back to the outpost. So maybe let's link up some spots of the map first. Oh, okay. Also, there's a fucking Minotaur. Look at him. Jeebus. This wasn't part of the plan. I feel like we want to throw some big spells at them because it's a goddamn Minotaur. It's not going to mess around. Lightning? $30 damage, and we put it on its ass. I'll take it. Now, Lae'zel. Maybe we will Misty Step. Get all up in its grill. Hello, friend. Eat some fisticuffs. Shovel can't really teleport, so she can just dash in. And now, what shall we do? Probably want to be in close-ish. Where's that second Minotaur? It's over there. Okay, it's not going to reach us in a turn. Ooh, we can turn our guided bolt into a crit. Why not? 31 damage. If we can take down this Minotaur before it even hits us, that would be just dandy. Which we could probably do. There's a slim chance we could do it with Toll the Dead. Although Toll the Dead is now doing 2 to 24 damage rather than 1 to 12. So there's actually a reasonable chance that we do it. The other one's out of reach. But of course it's saved. It's a wisdom save, isn't it? What are your stats like, Minotaur? Your wisdom is actually pretty high. Dex saves are worse for you than wisdom saves. I didn't realise Minotaurs were so wise. So this one's just going to dash. Yep. Oh, and it jumped on us. That one didn't charge, which luckily missed everyone, because we don't want to get knocked off the cliff or any gubbins like that. Now, activate Cool Lightning. That would trigger over there, maybe? I don't know how Core Lightning really works. Oh no, we can cast it here. But Gale's kind of in the way. What's going to be best for Gale? Heck with it. Let's just hit this bugger. Yeah. I didn't want to risk Gale taking like 30 damage from the Core Lightning. But we're still concentrating on it, so we could do it next turn if we felt like it. So that's good to know. We're not going to be shoving this guy anytime soon. He's a bit beefy for that. So we'll just smack him up a bit. Shovel. Nice. Now, we don't want to get knocked off any cliff, so we'll put our back to the cliff to make sure that doesn't happen. Bit more necrotic damage. No. Same again. Back to the cliff. We've got Daredevil proximity, so we could use ranged spells if we felt like it. 60%, yeah. 70% on Sacred Flame, which is doing 2 to 16 damage. So all of our cantrips are just a bit more powerful thanks to the levelling up we've been doing. But we'll go with Necrotic Touch and Touch of Death as well. It's close to going down. Maybe we'll bite it as well. We should probably be biting first because it makes us happy, generally. Although it doesn't appear to have this time. But when it does make you happy, you get a bonus to attack rolls. Brutal Leap. Grant nearby ally bonus their attack roll. So we're about to... Yeah. Nice. I was going to say, we're about to opportunity attack him. And because we made the attack hit, we then got the Touch of Death option as well. Which meant we didn't take any damage. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. I don't. I got lucky. But it's almost like I know what I'm doing. And then if we come back this way, through this purple gas,
More are coming.
it's probably fine.
Hush. Do you hear it?
They're coming. They're coming.
Okay, we could pray for fortitude against this mental trespass. But you guys are hearing it too, right?
No. And it's unlike any I've yet heard.
They are coming. You are coming.
Someone's coming, apparently. So that's good to know. And then if we continue up here, we would end up back at the Selûnite outpost. But there is a possibility we then get lasered to death by the beams that are there. So maybe we'll just teleport to it instead. We have other business to attend to in this place. So let's head on up and see if we can't crack this iron gate open. Let's give ourselves some dex boost as well. That's probably going to be handy. Bit of guidance also. It's a big roll that we need. But we got it. Let's see what's in here. It's a little bit dark in here, actually. What we might do right now is pop back to camp. It might be time to bring Shadowheart along for a bit. We've not seen her in some time. But yeah, I feel like it's her time to shine. Astarion, my friend.
So, Lae'zel's going to war with Vlaakith? Going to break her chains in Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, she is.
Good for her.
Yeah. Now, please stay in camp for a while.
Darling, I'm hurt. I thought we had something special.
You're very special, but please just stay here.
I Guess I'll spend my evenings lounging here while you do all the hard work. It sounds awful.
I'm sure it does. Shads.
I didn't expect Lae'zel to turn on the Lich Queen so readily. Wonders never cease.
Well, there you go. Maybe you should give her more credit than you have been. Now, that artifact of yours, it just sort of popped over to me. What's going on with that?
I know. I felt it.
I didn't take it. I just had it.
You wouldn't have been able to take it. The artifact has a will of its own. It'd fight back if it didn't want to be with you. I felt it go from me to you. You need its help, just as it needs us. It's still just a box, after all.
I mean, I suppose you'll want it back, won't you?
Might not be possible. It's stubborn that way. Prone to lashing out. Keep it for now. We can all help to protect it.
Okay. Also, would you like to join
May
the
the
party?
darkness protect you. All right. Some company wouldn't hurt on the road, especially if there's trouble.
Yeah. Now, she was level 4, so she's got 2 level ups. So, destroy undead, yep. Bestow curse. And fear. Very well. Let's see what else we've got. We don't really need speak with dead. Spirit Guardians is just amazing, so that goes on. Glyph of Warding. I guess she could be like a backup healer for when we've not got Will in the team. Now she can channel divinity to get the Cloak of Shadows, to become invisible if she's obscured by darkness or similar. Then we get another spell. Animate Dead. I never really use Animate Dead. It could be fun. More silence might be good. It's always worth having someone who can silence on the team. And before I forget, for like the 20 millionth time, let's put Bless back in our spell book. So the reason we've added Shadowheart now is because I was overthinking how we destroy this gem up here. It's actually very simple. What you do, you see, is you just
So, have we buried the hatchet, Lae'zel?
take a weapon.
No. Why would I bury a weapon? Is it broken?
It's a metaphor.
I do not know your metaphor. But if you need help digging, I will find a shovel.
Okie doke. But yeah, get your bow. Just shoot the bloody thing. And there we go. Shadowheart is inspired by our shattering of the protections around this outpost. And that's also turned the lights on, which was the main purpose I had for doing it. Saves us going around and turn them all on manually, because that's a pain in the butt. Now let's have a look at this gilded chest over here. Ooh,
Something over there.
there's also a wall. Now we've still got knowledge on, good. This chest contains the helmet of
I've been watching
smiting.
you fight, Shadowheart. Your skills are improving.
My skills were just fine to begin with. You can save the compliments.
I don't pay compliments. I make observations.
Yeah, she's trying to be nice, Shad. So yeah, that helmet smiting we're not going to make much use of.
Nasty surprise. Caution is warranted here.
But here we've got traps. We should probably deal with them. And we've got this chest. We'll just grab those potions, but now we need to lockpick this bugger. Easily done once again. And we've got the luminous armour. Let's take a look. When the wearer deals radiant damage, they cause a radiant shockwave. That sounds fun. We do cause a bit of radiant damage here and there. Does Lae'zel cause radiant damage when she just hits? No, it's just bludgeoning damage. That's a shame. So I mean, Gale is using a fair amount of Guiding Bolt and Sacred Flame, so he could be a good bet for this armor. So we'll slip it on and we'll see how it goes. What have you got armor wise? Chain shirt medium. We can do better than that. We could give her the Githyanki armor that we've just taken off. It's probably mostly clean. I'm sure she'll love that instead of her Shah armor that she was wearing. I mean, she'll like the fact she's got better armor class because of it. Now, do we have anything else for Shads to wear? Because she's not got a lot in the way of special gear right now. Oh yeah, I was going to put the Knife of the Undermountain King on as well, because you don't need to be proficient with it to get the benefit of the crits from it. So maybe I will slip that on instead of the Defender Flail. Maybe... What's the Defender Flail like? It's +1. 1 to 8 damage. Is that right? 4 to 11 for Karlach, but if we swap that, now it's 4 to 11. And then Faithbreaker can't be used though by Shads because it's not a weapon that she's proficient with. So yeah, the Defender Flail can go on Shads then. You can stick with Faithbreaker, Karlach. What's this Diadem of Arcane Synergy do? Exactly. When you inflict a condition, gain Arcane Synergy for 2 rounds. Weapon attacks deal additional damage. So that would be more suitable for one of the people that's using weapon attacks, but they're not really dealing conditions, so we don't really need that. So we'll slip on the knife. Do we have any armor hanging around on anyone else that's particularly useful?
The pouch is sealed with differently coloured strands of thread.
Oh yeah, we've still got this pouch, haven't we? That we could open. We'll pop it away for now. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else terribly useful amongst the gear selection that we've currently got. So we won't worry too much about that. We'll just explore some more of the Underdark. But before we explore some more of the Underdark, maybe it's time to have a look at our little book.
The book is locked tight with no visible keyhole, only an oval recess in the cover's mouth.
Well, we somehow know that the gem we picked up is suitable, so I guess
we
we'll...
to examine the book, but the longer you stare, the more those piercing amethyst eyes draw you in.
Yeah, I guess we'll stick the gem in.
Something dark about this tome. Something profane.
A cursed book. How obvious. Whoever opens it deserves the fate that befalls them.
Curious. Why don't you take a closer look? I'll observe from back here.
Please don't open the creepy book.
Well, the party seem to be not okay with this. I'm okay with it though. We're going to pop in that amethyst that we found. I guess the fact that the amethyst is the same colour as the eyes kind of gives us a clue that this is a key for it. It was found in a similar location. Now, we're not going to give the book to Astarion. We're going to open the book. Stop pouting, Karlach.
The pull is irresistible. You feel changed, bettered for having opened it. Suddenly you are capable of anything. Felling mountains, darkening suns, conversing with the dead. Glyphs shift gently before your eyes. Words slip into your mind, onto your lips, forming words you don't understand. And something is trying to reply.
Well, this seems promising. Let's see what's on the next page. 1d4 bonus to saving throws. That's probably nice. We could also add a bless technically, but that would use a level 2 spell slot apparently. Whereas that's just a cantrip, I believe. But maybe if we bless, it says level 2, so is that going to automatically bless all 4 of us? Maybe.
The symbols dart beneath your eyes, warping and twisting. Your head throbs, but you almost understand.
Well, we've got to keep going, haven't we? We could still add an elixir of heroism, but I think that would just cover the same as bless, so let's just roll. Ugh. But still, bloody hell.
The world around you is gone. You can only see those glyphs, only hear those voices. You feel claws moving in the shadows. They pull at you, dragging you closer.
Well, we've got to turn another page.
The glyphs scream, branding your mind with strange runes. You see time rewritten, fate undone, your future thrumming with power. Black strands of weave curl all about you, only to sink as into graves as you try to grab hold. Necromantic spells, tantalizingly powerful, slip away forever. The book snaps closed. You've seen too much. What profane knowledge is now seared inside of you you should never have known.
Well, we're never one to turn down a bit of knowledge. We've learned some of the secrets of the necromancy of Thay. Not all of them, though. What with the whole book snapping shut thing? There must be a way to reach the end of the book, though, mustn't there, Yuki? Why have you suddenly jumped on my desk? Because you're a good boy, that's why. Now, the Underdark awaits. So we can now go safely out there and we won't get minced. Potentially, though, we could also jump out of this handy open window. That could work out for us. What have we got? A torch stalk. Is that going to kaplode if we get close to it? Some of the mushrooms down here have a habit of doing that. So... yeah, it's probably best just to pop it. Ah, Bless has worn off. So it was only temporary. It cost us a spell slot, but it saved us on some of those rolls. So that's the main thing. Now there's a petrified drow. And another, and another. And a fourth one. This doesn't bode well. They're everywhere, in fact. Is there anything we can do about this? Do we have some basilisk oil about our person? We do, we've got one. So if we threw it here... what's that done for us? We now decided to just stroll amongst all the statues as though it's perfectly normal. Hello. Cool. So, now what? We've got a guy. And then we've got a level 5 spectator. Should probably deal with it. It's down there, we're up here. Maybe that's good. But maybe we do want to get down and try and rumble with it. Yeah, we'll give it a smack. And then we'll move that way a bit, just so we don't get shoved off a cliff. Now, Karlach. This is a fight where we probably want to use some of our better weapons. So maybe we call lightning again. Nice. Although we've now pushed it back, so it's not going to get opportunity attacks by Lae'zel. Which is unfortunate. But maybe it'll come up here and get opportunity attacked by Karlach. Now our friend who we've defrosted, as it were, is on our side, but now that one isn't. Dawn is on the opposing team. He's an initiate of the Living Library. He's blinding my crew. That's not nice. So, let's see. Seems as though some of the team didn't get an action last round. But now they're in the game. What if we bless? We can't really bless, it seems, because we're blinded. Okay. Or we're in darkness. One or the other. If we come over here, can we now bless? 1, 2. Target is too far. Dang it. Shads. I know it's a pain, because you're trapped in the darkness, but could you please come over here? Now. What do you mean target's outside? She's right there. Bloody hell. Shovel, are you capable of shoving things? You're not. You think you would be able to with your name, but you're not. What if Karlach can break the concentration of this guy? No, saved. Although now he's showing us being on our side. Okay, so my plan was cast Blast on everyone, and then I'm concentrating on a spell, so I can then use Concentrated Blast to just deal a shitload of damage to that guy. But it seems like he's on our side now, so that plan's just gone out the window altogether, really. Now, Spectator, how do you feel about various types of damage? You don't really care. So, a level 2 Necrotic Touch could deal reasonable damage to you, but yeah, we haven't got the range to move because we've already moved a bit. Level 2 Guiding Bolt. And that's put a little glow around you because of our armour. Radiating Orbs. Affected enemy has -1 to attack roll for each remaining turn. So it's currently got -2 to its attack rolls. So Radiating Orbs could be fun to play with down the line. Lae'zel can't quite reach our man, but you can climb up the rock, and then you could do a jump. Now you can reach the man. Not the most damage in the world. Shovel. Just run around. Now, Karlak, you've already done your thing, kinda, so just get in there in case you get an opportunity attack. And Shads, are you still blinded to the point where you can't do anything? Largely. Dark vision doesn't do much against magical darkness, so your options are somewhat limited. So maybe just end your turn. Now, Drow friends. Let's brought another one into the battle. I'm not sure why the first one is now on our side, but I guess we'll take it. Because this one definitely isn't. Isway. Spectator's Charm. An enchantment prevents a creature from attacking the spectator. Any damage could break it. There we go. That explains matters. Shovel. Are you able to jump close enough to ruin this guy's day? Well, you are, but you missed. Dagnammit. Why you gotta be the worst? Lae'zel, maybe... Do you wanna... There we go. Good. Good enough. She's not doing huge amounts in this fight. It's Lae'zel, so if she can just keep these guys on our team, that'd be great. Got some more radiating orbs. Karlak can carefully just pull down her lightning. It's only got 6 HP left. Well done, team.
Dust on my tongue.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
I offer to parley, and he brings a spectator. Twit. Quite ruined my ambush. Now, you are?
I'm Gale. You're welcome for the rescue, by the way.
Rescue? Helpless babes are rescued. I allowed you to assist me. I am Dawn, 3rd son of House Bartol, 1st rank evoker, and initiate of Graven Hollows. Oh. Oh no, no, my dear dark gods below, no!
What's that?
A memory shard. They hold their glow for years. And it's fading. It contains knowledge that is precious to me. If it has grown this dull, then my enemies have already found the forge. Which bastard stole my glory? Zargrim? Filro?
I mean, neither bastard rings a bell, I'm afraid.
Impossible! The master of the Adamantine Forge would be known and feared throughout the Underdark. Unless... Huh. Ha! The fools must have turned back, or, better yet, died in the search. Good. If they had just surrendered their research to me, we might have found the forge together. But no. They hoarded their knowledge, left each of us clinging to scraps. I had the good sense to lock mine away in the shard. And now I can claim the forge alone.
It does kind of sound like you're each as bad as the other.
Does it? Then I'll be sure to give my telling a little polish for the history books. I have plenty of time now that I'm the only one hunting for the forge. Or almost the only one. You proved your power in freeing me. But I need no more rivals. Try to take this as a compliment, yes?
Yeah, sure. So, what have we got now? We got Dawn and his friends want to rumble. Luckily, we've softened them up a bit already. Shovel can do a bit more softening. Now, Karlak. You've sadly not got the ability to keep casting your lightning, even though we just had a brief conversation. It has gone. So perhaps instead you would like to just smack that guy. No? Would you like to shove that guy? That works. A heroic sting of music as we shoved a guy off a cliff. I'm probably not going to get over to that guy anytime soon. But let's try anyway. Lae'zel, you could smack that one up a bit. But that's failed. That's better. But not enough to finish it off. Now, we do have a couple of attacks before Dawn gets to move. So let's see what we can do about him. 12 damage. Nice. Not everything that we needed, but nice. There we go. Sorry, Dawn. I rescued you only to then immediately murk you, but it's kind of your fault. Well, it is entirely your fault. So Karlach, come back this way, please. It's got high dex, so that's probably not going to work. No. But this might. Dex your way out of that, Sonny Jim. And down goes his way. Also, we haven't even looted the Spectator yet. So, Isway held an arrow. The Spectator held a necklace that gives Ray of Fear and Wounding Ray as options. So Ray of Fear just straight up frightens people for 2 turns. Wounding Ray deals decent damage. Decent necrotic damage. Maybe we'll slip that on, because one of the things that we gained by reading the book is we've got permanent ability to speak with dead now. That's just something that we've acquired through our forbidden knowledge. We've also got a bonus to wisdom saving throws and ability checks. So it worked out well, reading the book. There was no downside. Now, what's happening over here? So we've got a memory shard.
The crystal shines only faintly. A memory shard, the wizard had called it.
Let's probe it.
The crystal's glow swells, drawing you into its depths. You are transported somewhere deep, loud, and hot as the hells themselves. Within the Underdark's bowels, beyond an ancient stronghold, hovers a giant hammer, waiting to fall. An echoing clang, and you're back to yourself, left only with a firm sense of a place, a grand forge.
Interesting. So we're going to have to go and visit that forge at some point, it seems. The Icy Helve. A handle of what once must have been a staff. And then the Blast Pendant, which gives Lightning Blast. Strengthens your next lightning spell or cantrip. Interesting. Let's just double check. Is that a bonus action? It is a bonus action. I think we know someone who could potentially make use of that. Karlach, are you wearing a pendant right now? You're wearing Misty Step, which is kind of useful. But we'll give you that instead. And we'll give Misty Step to Shads. So that's this curious little corner. Taken care of. Suppose we should have a look, see if we left anything behind on the body of this guy we shoved.
Trap.
Nope.
This place is more dangerous than I thought.
And then we got vents with poison leading all the way down there. which leads back over to this place that we kind of saw from our mushroom rings earlier. But we won't worry about that for now. We'll head back towards...
Kithrak takes great interest in this relic of yours, Shadowheart. Or should I say, weapon. What are you hiding?
Nothing. I assume your kin are just as misguided as you are.
A lot of conversation between those two. But now we are indeed going to head back out towards those mushrooms that we saw earlier. Is this an easy lockpick, or should I be hunting for a lever? It's not the easiest lockpick in the world. And we failed it. We could hunt for a lever, but we've got 10 thieves' tools. I feel like you've never really got a shortage of thieves' tools in this game. So you don't really need to use inspiration or anything like that. And there we go. Another thieves' tool, exactly demonstrating my point. Now, is there any reason to peek over here before we head towards the mushrooms? There's a path that leads down that way. And up here we have a sword.
Slender drow blade impales the stone before you, keeping a silent vigil.
It feels holy in some way, a sword and a stone.
This blade was a warrior's sacrifice to Illustray. Blood can only be honored with blood.
We've got blood.
The drow script inscribed on the blade flickers and glows. It rises from the stone, hanging in the air in silent offering.
Well, we should probably take that, you know. Be rude to leave it just hanging in the air like that. And we've gained Falar Aluve. I gather people like this weapon a lot. It's used in a bunch of different builds. But I've never really looked at it too much. Sword hums in anticipation, ready to sing or shriek. I've just realised you can press T and then go deeper into tooltips like that. I was just about to complain that nested tooltips aren't that useful. But here we are. The sword sings a melody. All allies have a bonus to attack rolls and charisma, wisdom, intelligence saving throws. Well, the sword shrieks and all enemies basically get baned on the same and receive an extra 1 to 4 thunder damage. Interesting. Extra thunder damage makes me think that maybe we give that to Karlach. And we make it shriek at people. Let's see. What's it like? 4 to 13 damage. So it's better damage as well. It's a +1. Same as that. Although now that it's equipped, it's 4 to 11. I guess it's because it's a versatile weapon. It's showing the full range there. So it's actually the same damage. 1d8 +3. Because we're one-handing it. Now, maybe, we go down and have a look at some mushrooms. Oh.
I've heard tales of their viciousness.
Well, it happened off screen, but we all just got knocked down by a burrowing creature racing under the ground, and Lae'zel believes it might be a boulette. We should have to bear that in mind as we venture forth.
That's curious.
It is curious. But also, more mushroom. The Devil's Mushroom. For its mind-altering effects. We probably don't want to get caught up in this spore. But we can probably dig this up without getting caught in it, so all is well. Scrolls. We like scrolls. We pick them all up, and then we hold on to them until the end of the game. Now, got more torch stalks. Which can set each other off. Very dangerous torch stalks are. We probably want them out of our way.
Careful. Even the mushrooms down here can't be trusted.
Yep, you got that right, Shads. Gotta strike first. But who's this? Can these mushrooms be trusted?
You are swallowed by a chorus of turbulent music. Through one creature sing many voices, the harmony of an entire collective.
Sovereign, he has come. He is here.
The choir fades. A single melody rises above the others, brassy and commanding.
I am sovereign.
You see a vision. Your lifeless body wrapped in fungal tendrils. The Sovereign is threatening you.
State your purpose.
I guess he doesn't know that we could explode and destroy the entire Underdark in one shot. Yeah, we should tell the truth. We've got a parasite, we need help.
Fungal roots weave through your mind, seeking your true intent. Then the Sovereign drones a new melody. Cautious, but welcoming.
I can mend neither skin nor spirit, but we still might commune. Descend to me. Let us speak in flesh.
The persistent music coaxes you forward. The Sovereign expects you.
Cool, I think we're welcome here then. Ebon Lake Grosso. It's got a waypoint and everything. If we come up these steps, what do we find? We find Thula, who doesn't seem to be in a good state. And you find the Sovereign.
Myconids and the manifold properties of their spores. That Dwergar is about to rise. Undead.
The Sovereign's thick fingers stroke the corpse at its feet. A droning melody greets you as the creature turns its gaze to you.
Flesh talker. I show you a memory. Watch and listen.
A violent vision grips you. Dwergar, dark dwarves chopping Myconid remains.
They broke our peace. They killed our young.
The Sovereign's song slows to the pace of a dirge. It is still in mourning.
We laid waste to many, but intruders remain. Lakewood.
The Sovereign's song halts as it measures your worth.
I sense your resolve. You will find Dwergar invaders near Lake's Edge. Cleanse the rot. Destroy them.
Dwergar invaders? We can manage that. Better than picking this fight, surely.
Yeah, that seems like something we can do. But tell me, what about this spore planting in the corpse that you're doing? What sort of magic is this?
We breathe life into our enemy's flesh. The dead make a fine host for my growing children.
If I die down here, destroy my corpse.
Don't worry. I wouldn't hesitate.
Oh, you two.
What more would you ask?
Yeah, we will cleanse the rot. We'll deal with those Dwergar.
The Sovereign gifts you one more vision. A wall of vines parting to reveal glowing light.
Riches of magic and mind. Cleanse the rot, and they are yours. You do the Circle a service. We will await word.
Excellent. Why did they attack you?
Deep purples swirl into familiar shapes. Gnomes in mining gear, chased by Dwergar.
The Dwergar seek a gnome. It is a guest.
That's admirable of you to harbour a fugitive.
The Sovereign says nothing, but you hear appreciation in its song.
You'd be the guest then, wouldn't you? Shovel, leave that gnome alone.
Don't.
Her condition is familiar. Poison, derived from a wild weed common to the Underdark. She'll need an antidote soon, most likely held by the poisoner.
We've probably got some antidotes. Yeah, we could give her an antitoxin, no trouble.
Gods. Whatever that is, I needed it. Why are you helping me?
I mean, you were in pain. Couldn't pass by.
No arguments there. Felt like a hook horror was sorting through my guts. But that cure did the trick. Quick, sharp too. I thank you for your help, but I gotta get moving. Oh.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Don't be moving just yet, friend.
Coles garters. Oh, I don't have time for this. My kin need me.
Whatever it is you need to do, we'll do it.
Seems you're the helping kind. All right. I need you to rescue my kin. Not charity, mind. We can pay. We're Iron Hand Clan. Best artificers in Baldur's Gate. We were on an expedition down here when the Dwergar snatched us up. I got away, but not the others. The Greys have them digging out some old ruin across the lake.
What was this expedition your clan were on?
Just mining for materials. Nothing unusual.
The briefest hesitation, but enough. She's lying.
But our work pays well. Help my clan and we'll make it worth your while, I swear.
You are lying. It's difficult. That's not it. I want to know what she's lying about though, so maybe we'll burn an inspiration.
Fine. It's complicated, but my clan has trouble back in the city. A blood feud. We were searching for something to turn the tide. That's all I can say. But it's worth a lot to us. Understand?
That's enough information, I think. We might learn more about this blood feud later. We'll try and free your people.
Thank you. Only wish I could go with you. But here. I nabbed these boots from the Greys when I ran. I'll feel better knowing you're using them to kick some Dwergar ass. I'll mark where I made my escape, and wait here, I suppose. Not much choice, eh?
Thanks, pal. Now, Boots of Speed. They sound good. So you can click heals with them. And then that... So it's basically a bonus action dash rather than a regular dash. We could give them to Shads because she's got no boots. But maybe we give them to Karlach instead because she... Well, let's see. What have we got on... Yeah, we just got the acid boots on Lae'zel. She is largely... Well, she's the most likely of our crew to need to dash because she's the one who's not using any other spells of any sort, really. Unless she can avoid it. So yeah, she gets the dashing boots. Now, what else do we have in this place? We have Blurg. He's a trader, no less. Hello, Blurg.
Ah, a visitor. You're a welcome sight.
The hobgoblin.
Let us observe the customs of the locals.
The scholar's brow tenses. His voice spills into your skull, the spores connecting mind to mind.
Blurg, proud member of the Society of Brilliance, at your service. Or perhaps not. Your mind is far more complex than that of the fungi.
Thanks. Never seen a hobgoblin like you before.
The feeling is mutual, friend. I have only passing familiarity with the surface races. But I found that there is as much to learn from an individual as there is from a community. So it is with the Myconids. They live in harmonious unity, but each has a unique personality. My colleagues and I are working to improve conditions in the Underdark. This need not be such a dire, hostile place. It's curious to find a surface dweller here. What has brought you down so deep?
Mind flayers, tadpoles, you know, usual gubbins.
Truly remarkable. But why come to the Underdark, where they hold so much power?
We're just on our way to Moonway. It's a whole thing.
You were infected by an illithid tadpole? It's a miracle you're still intact. You must be worried sick, but have no fear. I have a friend who may be able to assist. Omelium!
I hope this is important, Blurg. My Zerkwood samples need constant attention.
It is. This adventurer has an illithid tadpole inside his head, but he hasn't turned.
No ceremorphosis. That's impossible, but intriguing. Are you looking to have it extracted?
You're a mind flayer. How is this possible, Blurg?
I have broken free from the Elder Brain's yoke. I no longer serve the grand design. I ask that you refrain from violence, while I respect that your opinion of my kind may not change.
So you can be both a mind flayer and a civilized, cool dude. What is the grand design exactly?
A collective quest to eliminate the Gith and enslave all other humanoids. If that settles matters for the time being, would you like a diagnosis? Open your mind to me. Let us see what lurks within.
Yeah, I think we can live with that. You seem like a good guy.
As the Meloan's mind pierces yours, the tadpole pulses with power. It feels 10 times its size. Alive, awake, almost smug.
This is most unusual. The incubation period should be complete, as should your transformation. But the larva is infused with strange magic. It appears to be in some form of stasis.
I think we can guess what would happen if the stasis goes away. Can you extract this tadpole?
No. It appears to be shielded from physical and magical influence. And even without the shield, the extraction would involve severe cranial trauma.
We've got healing magic.
I intend no disrespect, but one can only heal so much of their own brain tissue. But not to worry. Should you transform, I will happily perform a new examination.
We were on this Nautiloid. It was pretty cool.
A Nautiloid? Fascinating. I have never set foot on one myself. They were our warships during the greatest eras of the Illithid Empire. We ruled the entire astral plane from their decks. The design was lost when the Gith rebelled and ended our dominion.
Well, thanks for the information.
Of course. I am sorry I cannot assist you in its removal. But I have an idea.
Oh, perhaps I should start taking notes.
There may be a way to bypass that stasis. There are many alchemical substances that can influence the mind.
What sort of alchemy are we talking about here?
A tincture distilled from a collection of rare mushrooms. They have subtle psionic influence. I would require a fresh ton of madness and Timisk spores. But be warned, In their natural state, both of these mushrooms can be quite dangerous. Timusks cause confusion in those that approach them. The tongue is self-explanatory.
Alright, so where exactly would I find these mushrooms?
The Underdark, of course, although they are quite rare, and their discovery perilous. I imagine Lenore would have them in her possession. She served Mystra as a cleric.
Ooh. A cleric of Mystra? That's us. And where exactly does this Lenore live?
The southwest when I last saw her, although her tower does have a tendency to move.
And why would she have a bunch of dangerous mushrooms?
She is quite fond of her garden. Lenore has always been a lonely sort. Nature was her only companion. I offered her the chance to join the society, but she refused. Her experiments on Susa bark took priority.
Susa bark? We could use that to create that masterwork weapon that we learned about some time ago. Yeah, we'll come back when we find some mushrooms.
May your travels be safe and swift.
Thanks, friend.
I've never seen anything like it.
So, we are building up the quests for the Underdark. This is going to keep us busy for a little bit.
Fleshwalker, tongue talker, far you've come.
Glut.
Reach into memory. Tell me of home.
Here's some memories of my treasured places. They're all full of cats.
It reveals its own home in reply. A humid cove filled with decaying myconid corpses.
Dwergar destroyed my people. I am a sovereign with no circle. This circle does not welcome me. But I have heard the song. You mean to cleanse the Dwergar rot. I mean to join you.
Okay, that sounds interesting. I mean, it's going to be dangerous.
I am the danger, and I am the cure. They erased my people. I will erase theirs.
Well, that seems reasonable. Yeah, come along then.
Remain in the Underdark, and I will follow. We cleanse the rot together.
Cool. So we've got a guy on side. We don't have to remain in the Underdark. If we leave and then come back, he'll just rejoin us when we come back. But we've got a lot to keep us busy down here, so I don't know if we're going to go anywhere else for a little while. Now, Dareth.
Seems the shrooms are letting in more people every day. You see a fella on his own on your way in. Dwarf. Balin's his name.
No, I haven't seen him, I'm afraid.
Right. Never mind.
You need some help finding him?
Knock yourself out. But don't come begging for coin if you find him. You try to ransom him to me, you'll find yourself skint and stuck with a fat old lout.
I mean, what's he look like? I mean, I know he's a dwarf.
Bald, blue tunic, dumb as a stick.
And who exactly is he to you?
My useless husband. Sent him for an errand. It's no surprise he's made a mess of it.
Very well. Also, can I see your wares? I forgot to look at Blurg's wares earlier, but what's Dareth got? A corrosive flail. Corrosive strike. Additional acid damage. Equal to your proficiency bonus. Ooh. That's kind of fun. And then a bunch of regular sort of stuff. Chain shirt +2. Highdown +2. Not bad, not bad. Weapon attack steal acid damage. Ring of jumping. She's got some interesting stuff here. Amulet of restoration. That's kind of cool. That would just give us healing on anyone, even when Will's not in the party. Could be worth picking up, you know. We've also got some selling to probably do. So, we'll see you in a bit, Dareth.
Keeping the old turnip.
We'll just pop back to Blurg, because I just want to check in again with him and see what he's got for trade. Melf's first staff that lets you cast Melf's Acid Arrow. Nice. The Baneful. It's bound to an Eldritch Knight or a Warlock's Pact Weapon. It deals extra abilities, but we haven't got any Warlocks or Eldritch Knights on the team. Some circlets. Okie doke. Sunwalker's Gift. The wearer can see in the dark up to 12 meters. Gale can't see anything in the dark right now, so maybe we'll take that. The boots make difficult terrain basically do nothing. That's good. And then this lets you cast Magic Missile. And it gives you an extra dart every time you do so. Interesting. We will slip on this new ring before I forget. And now we can see in the dark. And I think that'll do for now. We will have to venture out into the Underdark next time. And we'll have to engage in some of these quests that we've just picked up with our little crew. Until then, thanks for watching, friends.